life. Alright, my name is Amawan Kabar, back with another lesson, Lord willing, to edify and defeat the lambs of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. And hey, through the Spirit, man, I stumbled across a beautiful article. You know, I got excited about it. You know, I had to, through the Spirit, bring out this lesson. You know, it's got me excited. Lord willing, you brothers could, you know, be edified and feel the same, you know, excitement that I felt through the Spirit. You know, just by this article I stumbled across through the Spirit. Here you have, you know, as you brothers can see, and also as you already have read in the title, you know, this image right here, right, which depicts, you know, a house, or look like a house, or it could possibly be a church, right, and above it, you know, piercing through the clouds, as you can see, this is the sky, these are the clouds right here. So now what you see is a chariot, right, what the so-called white man would call a UFO. Alright, this right here is a chariot piercing through the heavens, bursting through the clouds, leaving a trail. It's just hovering over this house. And this is a painting. And what's even more exciting and dope about this painting is what it says right here. Alright? Now it says, if I can make out, you know, this language, which I'm gonna get into that too. This says Real Bote Aden. Alright? And I really can't make out what this says down here, but it says Psalms 130 and 7. So now, you know, let me get to the article, and then I'm going to get into the rest. Now, this is from an article called The Sun, alright, news company in the UK. So, it says here, whoa, medieval wall painting found in Transylvania church could be the first ever depiction of aliens. Alright, now, a tourist, took this picture of this painting. It says, tourists baffled as 400-year-old painting boasts a mysterious object that looks just like a flying saucer. Now we know that there's always been remnants of different paintings left, you know, throughout history. All right, why? Because the so-called UFOs are not made up. Right, they're real. All right, and they're the chariots of the Most High. Now let me just read a couple of this article, and then I'm going to get into the scriptures. It says a painting which dates back to the 17th century could be the very first depiction of a UFO. 400-year-old house, workhouse, in a monastery church, a medieval citadel of Sawara, Transylvania, has left tourists scratching their heads. Okay, Transylvania, which is over there in Romania, around that area. Right? It says on here, it says the wall painting of a house surrounded by a thunderous skies features a mysterious disc object. Alright, it says the flying saucer-like object is seen spinning down with what could be a long exhaust fume. And when we see chariots, you know, on camera in these day and age, you know, they're moving so swiftly and they're leaving like a little trail or aura behind them. And that's exactly what this painting depicts right here. Alright? It says the caption at the bottom of the painting reads, Israel, put your hope in the Lord. And this right here had me, you know, so-called not woke, but you know, baffled, so to speak, right? I was, you know, amazed, like, yo, this is bad, this is deep. Most you know, sent me a dope article in the Spirit, man. You know, it says Israel, put your hope in the Lord. And this is a painting from the 17th century, which would be around the 1600s. Okay, and this is the painting right here. Now, this proves that Israelites were ruling the medieval Dark Ages. All right, the so-called we so-called the Dark Ages or medieval era. Israelites were ruling, man. All right. Now, let's see what Psalms 130 and 7 say. This is the Psalm of David. All right. Now, it says, let me read. I'll read. It says Psalms 131, a song of decrees. Out of the depth have I cried unto thee, O Lord. Lord, hear my voice, let thine ear be attentive to the voice of my supplications. If thou, Lord, shouldest mark iniquities, O Lord, who shall stand? But there is grievousness with thee, that thou mayest be fed. I wait, O the Lord, I wait for the Lord, my soul doth wait, and in his word do I hope. My soul waiteth for the Lord. Then they that watch for the morning, I say more than they that watch for the morning. Let Israel hope in the Lord. Now this is what the painting says at the bottom. Let Israel hope in the Lord. For with the Lord there is mercy, and with him is plenteous redemption. And he shall redeem Israel from all his iniquities. And that is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful, man. All right, let Israel hope in the Lord, for with the Lord there is mercy, and with Him is plenteous redemption. And what's even more spiritual about this painting is because it was painted. It dates back to the 1700s, right? I mean, it's what is it? They said the 17th century, which will be the 1600s, and around the 1600s is when we really started falling in power. That was the end of it, man. That was the bulk of the slaves, coming to the Americas. All right, around 1619. What is it? 9 years before, you had the 1611 King James Bible, translated. All right, so this is all spiritual, man. And it shows, a chariot coming down from the heavens over a church, which this symbolized the church of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, the body. Yahweh Shai, he's the cornerstone. So this is absolutely beautiful, man. Spiritual. It says, let Israel hope in the Lord, for with the Lord there is mercy. Because at that time, going back to the 1600, man, that was the absolute downfall, the utter end, the falling away that had to come. So that's spiritual. That the painter, the artist, painted that, and he left that scripture. It says, and with Him is plenteous redemption. Even before, when we went into slavery, because it's not like we went into slavery and lost our power overnight. It didn't happen with a snap of a finger. Just like the Romans, and the Romans lost their power over time. Things started happening and they started to decline. It was the same way we lost our power as Israelites in the Dark Ages, man. The Dark Ages, what they were called Moors and all that. So verse 8 says, and He shall redeem Israel from all his iniquities, man. So this is absolutely beautiful, man. This is absolutely beautiful. I even just made this my screensaver, man. That's how, beautiful it is. So it says, Israel, put your hope in the Lord. And that's the language, written here. It says Psalms 137. Alright, so now reading on, it says, Alright, so reading on, it says, the flying saucer-like object, it says, fans of the supernatural are claiming that this mysterious painting could show an alien spaceship, which the aliens, so-called aliens, are the chariots of God, right? The chariots of the Most High Yahweh. That's what it is. It's not an alien, right? But if you want to get technical, alien just mean foreign, right? Now the angels, they come in from a foreign, dimension, so to speak, right? They're out of this world, so to speak, right? So it says, but the manager of the History Museum of Sciensoria, never pronounced that, but it says, thinks that the suspicious object is not a UFO. Of course, Esau would try to debunk anything that's related to truth. Alright, so it says, this is how he cut himself right here, man. This is how he cuts himself. This guy's gonna cut himself. Let me read it again. But the manager of the History Museum of Sciensoria thinks that the suspicious object is not a UFO. Alright, so he says that it depicts Old Testament prophet Elijah going into heaven. And then, hey, this guy just cut himself, man, through the Spirit. Because how did Elijah go into heaven? How did Elijah go into heaven? Let's get that. 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 1. And it came to pass, when the Lord would take up Elijah into heaven by a whirlwind, that Elijah went with Elisha from Gilgal. Now, how did Elijah go up into heaven? By a whirlwind. Alright, and what is the whirlwind? The whirlwind is the chariots. The whirlwinds are the so-called UFOs, man. So this guy just cut himself, man, because when we read the scriptures, and the scriptures talk about whirlwind, is referring to the chariots of the Most High. Alright, now bear me one moment. Bear me one moment. Let me pull up something real quick. Something fast, like one moment. We know in Isaiah 66 and 15, I didn't pull this up on the blue letter on the computer, but I got it here on my sword. It says, matter of fact, I'm gonna get Jeremiah, man. I'm gonna get Jeremiah 4. Matter of fact, I'll pull it up on the blue letter for edification's sake, for the elect, for the brothers. Alright, let me see. Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 13. It says, behold, he shall come up as behold, he shall come up as clouds. His chariots shall be as a whirlwind. His horses are swifter than eagles. Woe unto us, for we are spoiled. Alright, let me read again. Behold, he shall come up as clouds, and his chariots shall be as a whirlwind. Alright, now his chariots shall be as a whirlwind. Now what are the whirlwinds? The whirlwinds is talking about the chariots, is talking about his vehicles, the Most High's vehicles, the so-called UFOs. Alright? The so-called UFOs shall be as a whirlwind. His horses are swifter than eagles. Now eagles are swift. Watch videos on how eagles maneuver through the air and how they move up and down. Now the chariots move in all different types of directions, defying gravity, defying the laws of physics and all that so-called, science. Alright, now Esau to this day cannot figure out how the chariots move the way they do. They can move at top speed and just suddenly stop and go in a whole nother direction. Right? So the whirlwinds are the chariots of the Most High, man. Alright, and that's how Elijah was taken up. Alright, and it came to pass, 2 Kings 2:1, and it came to pass when the Lord would take up Elijah into heaven by a whirlwind, that Elijah went with Elisha from Gilgal. Now Elijah went up with a whirlwind, so this guy cut himself, man, through his spirit, he cut himself. Alright, he says that it depicts Old Testament prophet Elijah going into heaven by a whirlwind. By this same thing, Elijah went into heaven, so he basically cut his own self. Alright, he basically contradicted what he said before about it not being a chariot. Alright, this is how Elijah went up to heaven. Alright, this is how Elijah went up into heaven, man. Now, I got another precept, man. Alright, I got another precept real quick. This is, let me read it, I'm gonna get another precept. It says, it depicts Elijah going to heaven. It said, Nikola Tesla said the church is evangelical and the image has a secondary role or less is representative. Indeed, there's a painting in the secrecy of the church with a religious scene that represents a cloud, perhaps Elijah's assumption to heaven. Right now, Elijah didn't go up in a nimbus cloud, man. Alright, or one of those rain clouds when it's about to rain. He went up into one of these. Now, let me get another scripture. This is Acts 1:9. And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven and went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel. Alright, now that cloud that took up Yahushua, alright, the cloud was representing the chariot. Alright, the chariots of the Most High. This right here with this painting depicts. It could have looked just like this. It could have looked exactly like that. The clouds came in a dramatic fashion. The chariot, they're piercing through these actual clouds and taking up Yahushua back into the heavens. That's something to marvel at, man. That's something to look steadfastly up into heaven, gazing, looking like, whoa, So it says, two men stood by them in white apparel, which two men were angels in white apparel. Alright, when you read throughout the scriptures, two men suddenly appearing out of nowhere, or a man appearing out of nowhere with white apparel, those are angels. It says, verse 11, which also said, ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? The same Yahushua which is taken up from you into heaven, so shall so come in like manner, as ye have seen him go into heaven. So just like how Yahushua went up into heaven, just like how Elijah went up into heaven, just like that, with this right here, this chariot, that's exactly how they're going to come back. Now right here, this is Revelation 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, alright, which was spoken in Acts 1:11. The same way he's going to come back. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierce him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, amen. Alright, let it be true. Alright, so Yahushua is coming back with clouds, man. That's right, this painting is beautiful, man, It's a beautiful painting, man. I recently did a show, about Armageddon. It shows you the destruction. When Yahushua comes back, he's coming back to bring destruction, man. Alright, he's coming back to bring destruction. World War III. These right here, hey man, it's gonna be a devastating moment for Esau when this time comes. Alright, and it's gonna be the hope for Israel. Israel's hope. Pursuing the Psalms 130:7, which was written in the caption of this painting. So let me read it again. Psalms 130:7. Let Israel, Yasharallah, have hope in the Lord. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. For with Yahweh there is mercy, and with him is plenteous redemption. This is our hope right here, man. Alright, this is our hope. This is the vehicles of our hope. Alright, this is what we live for, man. Alright, this is what was prophesied for hundreds of thousands. I'm sorry, I was about to say hundreds of thousands. I'm being a little bit too dramatic right now. You know, a little excited, but for thousands of years, man. All right, for thousands of years, this was prophesied, man. All right, and hey, we living in a time when it's gonna come to pass, man, through the spirit of Yahweh Shah. Now let me finish reading this up. It says, in